Hello, my name is Rachel with a Sewn LLC, and today I'm here to continue my testimony from 2 weeks ago, and then kind of tell you what I got going on and what you can expect from me, coming henceforth, coming forth. So first, let me tell you about what happened 2 weeks ago when I recorded that video. I woke up that morning because it was the anniversary of me starting my business. And so I was like, I got to put this video out today. I procrastinated long enough, but today is the day I'm going to do it. So I have to do it. So I got up, got Derek out the door to work, and put the kids down for a nap early. They were like, this is not a part of the routine. And I was like, be quiet. I've waited till the last minute to do this. And if I don't do it now, it won't get done. So I put them in bed. Took down those braids. Those are what I call my Monday to Sundays. When I get home from church on Sunday, I throw my hair in braids and I leave it braided until it's time to go back to church. And so that's why I got my little crinkly hair. I put my little dark circle concealer on like I did today. And I recorded that video. And after I posted that video, I'm telling you what, I wanted to get back up under this cutting table and hide. But, oh my goodness, the response that I got from that video, I was not ready for. I was not ready for people to be like, are you kidding me? You need to be encouraging everybody every week. And I was like, that wasn't the point of this. That was not the purpose of this. They were like, forget it. Forget what you thought it was. You need to share. Share how your mind works. And so I was like, that's what my first video is going to be about how my mind works. And so before I say anything else, let me just say that I give all glory to God for what I'm about to share with you. I'm not embarrassed about this story. I have told so many people this story. I've told it countless times. This is the first time I'm recording, of course, but this is not something that I'm sad about. This is not something that I'm embarrassed about. This is just my story and the reason behind the way that my mind works. So, I already said that I'm a procrastinator. I don't know. I think it's something about like the high stress levels that come about when you wait until you have to do a thing. I'm not proud of it. I'm just telling you that's how my mind works. So like in high school, I would do first hour's work on the bus. I would do second hour's work in first hour. I would do third hour's work. You get it by now. And that's not good, but that's just the way that I've always been. Before high school though, in 7th grade is when I got my first major blow. So I was in 7th grade and I had a teacher who, he was frustrated with me. He was just like, Rachel, you understand the work. You understand how to do it. You just won't do it. You just won't do your work. And I think you need to be put into special ed. You think he was like, you need to be put in special ed because you just won't do the work. And I'm like, really? That was difficult. So he suggested a learning center for my parents to take me to. They took me to the learning center. That was, I don't know if they still have them. They had Oxford, Sylvan, Kumon, those sorts of establishments. They took me there, had me tested. The instructor, the person who gave me the test, didn't put me in another room while he explained everything to my parents. He just sat me at another table I just can't hear. He was like, she does not need to be put into special ed. She is a genius. We can't chart how her mind works. There's no place to chart it. She's a genius. And so on one end, I have a teacher saying, you need to be put into special ed. On the other end, I have an instructor saying, she's a genius. We can't even chart how her mind works. That was just a lot. So moving along, I'm going to skip ahead until 11th grade. In the 11th grade, my algebra teacher, cutest thing in the world. She used to always say every day, show your work, show how you came up with your answers. And so I would show my work, but she would always be like, okay, I see that you've shown your work. I don't know how you came up with this answer. And I'm like, she would try to make me explain it. I was like, I can't explain it. That's just the way my mind works. She would say, this is not the way that I taught you, and this is not the way that is taught in the book. I don't understand how you came up with this answer. She would make me come up to the projector every single day. Every day. At that time, we had 4 1.5-hour class blocks, you know, throughout the day. First, I had her third block. First, second, and fourth block were always way ahead of third block. Why, you ask? Because Rachel Nelson has to come up to the projector and show her work. These are my peers. They're telling you why third block was way behind everybody else. Rachel Nelson has to come up to the projector every day to say how she do her work. And I'm like, I don't want this. This is not what I want. My teacher made me do it. My peers are like, who do you think you are on one end? On the other end, I have a teacher saying, you're a genius. And I'm trying to tell her, not really. You messing up all of my high school career right now. I happen to be on the drum line. You know what I mean? I got a little bit of street cred out here. We had a flow table every day when people was there, when everybody was trying to rap. I don't know how, but they let me keep beat from time to time. I'm like, these are things that... She just was messing it up. My mom wasn't helping. We didn't wear name brand clothes. I'm like, the starter jacket that my mom got me, I can't wear all day because you made me put it in my locker this morning. My dad is super supportive. My dad was super supportive, and he worked midnights at the time, so he would come up to the school every day to like be supportive of like me and my sister. He would like volunteer, so to speak. My mom used to volunteer too. I'm like, okay, y'all trying to take me out between my parents and this teacher. Y'all trying to goof up my whole little 4-year career here. It hurt me so bad that she didn't understand how my mind worked. I couldn't explain how my mind worked. I didn't go to college after that. I was just like, no, I can't do this. Between procrastination, not fully understanding the way that my mind worked, and just not having like the understanding now of how the Lord helps my mind, I just didn't do it. And so for that reason, I hid for a long time, for years. It was just easier for me to just not be seen. Ain't nobody checking for me, because that was just the way that it was. I realize now I have 2 children. I have a son and a daughter. And I cannot hide from Rachel, because all day I'm looking at 2 little Rachels. I have to teach them. And so one thing I've always told myself, and I tell people all the time, I tell my son and my daughter, I tell my daughter, you're going to be a better woman than mommy is. I tell my son, you're going to marry a better woman than mommy is. And a lot of times people are like kind of cross with me. Like, how can you say that your kids are going to be better than you? I believe that's God's design. Even Jesus Christ himself, who was the fullness of the Godhead bodily. He was God in the flesh. He encouraged his disciples. You're going to do better than me. You're gonna do greater things than these shall you do in my name. He was talking about witnessing. He was talking about miracles and wonders and things, but he encouraged them, saying, you'll be better than I am. That's how I feel about raising my children. You're gonna be better. But in order for them to be better, as far as the Rachel-isms are concerned, I have to become comfortable with these things as I teach them how their mind works, or how, you know, things happen for them in their mind that other people won't necessarily understand. And so I don't feel like editing. I try editing these videos. I ain't doing it. So hold on, let me catch back up in my mind. So yeah. So I'm gonna make videos just showing like how my mind works, how things go for me in my mind. I'm gonna come on. I made my first video on a Thursday. It was Thursday, April 11th. And so Thursdays work out for me. So if you want to come hang out with me on Thursdays, come hang out with me on Thursdays. I'll be showing you how I sew, how I make my own patterns, how I draft things in my head. Depending on what I got going on, that's what we'll do that day. Before I go, I want to share with you what the Lord showed me. I'm not gonna say it again, baby. I'm coming, because I'm not gonna edit this video either. Matthew chapter 5 verse 13 says, ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing but to be cast out, and to be trodden under foot of men. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. I like to round out my understanding, so I study both King James Version and the New Living Translation. So I'll read that to you here as well. Again, Matthew chapter 5, verse 13 says, "You are the salt of the earth, but what good is salt if it has lost its flavor? Can you make it salty again?" You salty? "It will be thrown out and trampled underfoot as worthless. You are the light of the world, like a city on a hilltop that cannot be hidden. No one lights a lamp and then puts it under a basket. Instead, a lamp is placed on a stand where it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your good deeds shine out for all to see, so that everyone will praise your heavenly Father." Yes, Lord. I will come by to share on Thursdays. If you want to come hang out, come hang out. If you want to share this with your friends, you can do so. If you want to subscribe on YouTube to A Seed Sewn, ASEEDSEWN, you can do that. If you want to come hang out with me on Facebook, you can do that. I'm here to share. I will not hide my lamp, my light. I'm here to share. So God bless you all. Have a good